Hey y'all, and welcome. Um, I had an idea to put some coffee beans in some resin, but I didn't know how, and I just didn't want to make coasters with them. So I bought these bud vase molds. They come two to a package. That one there, that sucker is thick. Just yeah, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get it out of there because I have a feeling it's going to take an army to get it out of there. It's just so thick. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these coffee beans in the, inside the mold. And then I'm going to take my resin and I don't show y'all here in the video the color of the mica powder. But it's one of the browns from Arteza, and I'll have it down in the description box. So I'm gonna take that mica powder and mix it in the resin and come up with some type of coffee color. And I don't want it a dark coffee color because then you couldn't really see the beans. So I'm gonna try and get it, you know, between opaque and transparent. So, yeah, I'll show you the color, but I don't show you the name. Anyway, so yeah, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Since the bud vases come two to a package, I do have some glitter, butterfly glitter, with some really cute, like iridescent pinks and greens and blues in the glitter. And then I take some chameleon powder and mix it in with that to give it just a little bit of extra sparkle. But you know me and the heavy hand, it kind of just makes it look a little cloudy. But you'll see at the end. So I'm just trying to get the resin the color that I want it. So if you're looking for a new resin, or if you're just starting out and you're looking for, a resin to maybe start out with, I am a affiliate of KS Resin. You get a 5% discount, and I will link the website and the discount code below in the description box. So yeah, I was expecting bubbles to come up, and what I didn't expect was you'll see the coffee beans trying to float out. And that would have been fine if that were the top of the vase. That would have been fine because I would have left them in there, let it cure, and I thought it would really look real awesome and unique. But being the bottom, I just really can't do that. So I'm just giving it a squeezy wheezy here to force, a lot of the bubbles up to the top. And I'm taking my stick and going around to see if I can get more of those bubbles to come up. So everything in this mold is settling, so it's leaving more room for more resin. And I just keep doing this, on and off um, until there's hardly any more bubbles. So in this video, I really wasn't having trouble with the bubbles. I was having trouble with the coffee beans. Oh, Lori, and you'll see here in just a little bit what I'm talking about. And thank goodness I didn't fill the mold all the way to the top with coffee beans, or I would have coffee beans everywhere. They're everywhere. So I sprayed the top with alcohol. I don't know whether to call it the top or the bottom because the top is laying on the table and you see the bottom where I'm working. So you tell me. See, there comes a bean. More alcohol. So I just set it aside and I'm gonna let it do its own thing. Um, just not to waste resin, I went ahead and poured that the rest of that brown in that mold right there. Because these are the molds I used for my red, white, and blue coasters. And I thought, well, I'll just let it sit there and try and figure out something to do with it. So not really paying attention to what's going on in my vase mold. And you can see the beans just sliding their way on up to the top. So with the rest of my resin, I am going to take those butterfly glitter and I'm going to mix it up in that because I do have that other mold. And I think that other mold is um, identical to the ones with the coffee beans in it. I'm pretty sure they're identical. Maybe not. No, they don't look identical. I never really paid attention. And, I should have taken that shaker top off, but I thought, no, they'll fit through there. But I didn't want a lot of those butterflies because I did want to leave some clear um, inside um, the mold, the bud vase. So I'm just taking a little bit of the chameleon powder. Now this chameleon powder is a two-faced chameleon powder, and what I mean is it will it will turn it's one color but it turns another color. It's not like the solar color dust where it has like three, four, five colors in it. It just leaves a really, really nice sparkle. And that little spoon that I use, yeah, and I'm just gonna, pour it into the top or the bottom, whichever one. That little spoon that I use, I started doing resining work back in, oh, I think it was like August of last year, August of 2020. And I bought an inexpensive mica powder set off of Amazon, and inside that set came that little spoon, and I love that little spoon. And if you look real close, you can tell it's very well used. So when I get done with it, I just clean it off with my baby wipe, and by the time I get ready to use it again, it's all dry. So anyway. I'm giving this a squeezy wheezy and setting that aside. And then for some reason, I don't remember. I did make up some more resin, and I'm gonna take that glitter, the butterfly glitter, and I'm gonna pour that into that square mold. And I think this is the first time I've, mixed something off camera. And this is like halfway on, halfway off camera, but I'm doing the very exact same thing that I did with the bud vase mold. And for that amount of resin, that is a lot of that powder. So, but I like it. I like the way it looks, but you know, it was a little too much. Oh, I had to top off my mold. That's it. But the rest I did want to put in that square. So in order not to waste resin, I just went ahead and picked up another mold. I'm glad I had these. I'm glad after my last video that I did not put these, put them away, because they were super handy to have, right there where I could just grab them. And my workspace, I have two workspaces, and this workspace that I have, it's at my dining room table, which is totally covered up with. I have a light box, and which takes up half the table, and then I have um, my tripod, and all the stuff that I work with. Um, yeah, and I just gave up trying to poke the beans down back in the mold. So I picked them out with the tweezers. But yeah, I'm gonna totally rearrange my the workspace that I have in my dining room. Um, it's just me now, so I don't have any use for a dining room. And what I'm doing now is I'm taking my heat gun and I'm heating up that resin, because that bud vase is not topped off all the way. Um, as you can see, those beans are sticking up through it. So it really needed a little bit more of the resin to where I could go ahead and top it off. Yep, I'm just poke, 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 poke. And I just, after that, I figured if more try to come out, I'll just get the tweezers again and go ahead and pick them out. Um, and this is what these squares turned out to look like. And this video is sped up times 3, just for the sake of nobody getting bored. And I did have just a little bit of overflow, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I just accidentally deleted the video or whatever, but you can tell that I'm having a little problem getting out. But I did see Wanda from Wanda's Creations do this, and you just take something and you go around and you break the seal, and you can see when you do break the seal, and then spray some alcohol between the mold and the piece that you've poured, um, and it'll slide out, just depending on what you make, it will slide out a little bit easier. Yeah, I was still trying to get it out of there. So anyway, I got the two of them out, and here again, this is what the squares look like. And y'all, these don't have to be coasters. I mean, you can either resin or put some UV resin on the back with some cloth hangers. This is what my coffee uh, base looks like. And it did have some big holes in it, or not like to where you could see through it or anything, but yeah, it left some big pockets. So, and this is what the other one looks like. See how it just looks too cloudy. There's too much powder in there. And until next time, see you later.